Om. Let my limbs and speech, prana, eyes, ears, vitality, and all the senses grow in strength. All existence is the Brahman of the Upanishads. May I never deny Brahman, nor Brahman deny me. Let there be no denial at all. Let there be no denial, at least from me. May the virtues that are proclaimed in the Upanishads be in me, whom am devoted to the Atma. May they reside in me. Om. Let there be peace in me. Let there be peace in my environment. Let there be peace in the forces that act on me. After studying the scriptures during the blemishless period of studentship in which he devotes himself to the service of the teacher, the brahmacharin, with the permission of the teacher, shall marry a suitable wife. Then, at the end of the householder's life, he shall kindle the sacred fire for renunciation, bravely, and perform a sacrifice lasting a day and night in which Brahma is the deity. Then, after dividing his property among his sons in the proper way, and giving up all sensory pleasures, he shall journey along sacred places as a vanaprastha, subsisting on air only, or on air and water only, or with the addition in dire need of approved bulbous roots and fruits. He shall find all worldly life in his person alone. He shall not, remembering his past comforts, allow his tears fall on the ground. How can a man in the company of his wife be asked to have renounced worldly life? How can one who is known with an appellation of an ascetic be said to have renounced? Hence he should purify himself first by renouncing the result of his deeds through self-control, vanaprastha. Thereafter, he may take to renunciation. One reaches the stage or forest life, vanaprastha, after having maintained the sacred fire as a householder. He goes to lead the forest life with self-control, accompanied by his wife as though he were a person attached to her. Why does he undergo the life of a mendicant monk in vain, having given up the happiness of worldly life? What is that impending misery, the thought of which should make him abandon great pleasures? I am afraid of the miserable life in the womb of another mother, and also the miseries of heat and cold. So I wish to enter the cave of renunciation, the means for the painless, transcendent state of Brahman. Thus he replies. Having renounced the sacred fire, he shall not return to it, even in mentally reciting the mantras pertaining to it. For I, the mantra pertaining to this sacred fire, becoming extinct, shall be merged into the oncoming knowledge of Brahman. He may repeat the mantras pertaining to self. He shall have consecration. He shall be wearing colored garment. He shall remove the hairs, excluding those in the armpits and the private parts. With right hand raised, he shall set forth as a monk, abandoning the path of worldly life. He shall move on without a fixed abode. Living on alms, he shall deeply ponder over Vedantic texts and meditate on his identity with the transcendent Brahman. He shall possess pure knowledge, pavitram, for the protection of all beings. These verses are there. The monk shall have a water pot, an alms bowl, a sling to carry his effects, sandals to traverse a long distance, a patched garment to withstand cold, a loincloth to cover his privys, a purifying ring, pavitram of holy grass, a bath towel, and an upper garment. Other than these, the ascetic shall give up all else. He shall sleep on the sandy bed of a river or outside a temple. He shall not bother his body too much, either with pleasure or pain. Pure water should be used for bathing, drinking, and cleansing. He shall not become pleased with praise, nor shall he curse others when censured. His alms bowl shall be a cup made of leaves, and the material for washing shall be prescribed, fresh earth. Thus, provided with the means of living, he shall, with the senses subdued, always mutter the mantras. The wise ascetic shall realize in his mind the identity of the individual self with the universal self, which is the meaning of Om. From Brahman arose ether, from ether air, from air fire, from fire water, from water the earth. the prime cause of all these primary elements, Brahma, I resort in reverence. I resort to the ageless, immortal, and indestructible Brahma. In me, the ocean of unalloyed bliss, many a time arise and fall waves of the universe due to winds of the fanciful sports of illusion called Maya. I am not attached to my body, just as the sky is not attached to the clouds. Hence, how can I have its body characteristics during these stages of waking, dreaming, and deep sleep? I am always far beyond imagination like ether. I am different from it, as the sun is from the objects of illumination. I am ever changeless, just like the unchangeable. And the ocean am I limitless. I am Narayana. I am the destroyer of the demon Naraka. I am Shiva, the destroyer of the three cities. I am the Purusha. I am the Supreme Lord. I am the indivisible consciousness, the witness of all. I am without a superior. I am devoid of I-ness, egotism, me, my, mindness, possessiveness. The ascetic shall, by the practice of yoga, bring together the prana and apana vital ears in the body. He shall place the palms of the two hands at the perineum, gently biting the tip of the tongue, thrust outward to the extent of a grain of barley. Similarly, directing the eyes open to the extent of a black gram seed towards the ether of the air, and the feet firmly resting on the ground, shall not allow the ear to function and the nose to smell. Thus he accomplishes the union of prana and apana vital ears. Therefore, the vital air passing through the kundalini and the susumna gets dissolved in the sahasrara chakra at the top of the head. Then the vision, the mind, vital air, and the fire of the body reach the seat of Shiva and get dissolved. That is Brahman. That is the transcendent Brahman. That Brahman will be realized by the practice of yoga, which is facilitated by the acquisition of practice in previous births. With the help of the external and internal organs, the knowledge of the qualified Brahman, called effulgence, reaching the heart and supported by the vital ear's capabilities to proceed upwards, goes through the Susumna Nadi, and piercing the skull at the top of the body, one realizes the indestructible qualified Brahman. Those sages who attain the transcendent state through the passage in skull at the top of their body do never return to the worldly life, for they realize the lower as well as the higher Brahman. The attributes of objects seen do not affect the onlooker who is different from them. The attributes of a householder do not affect him who remains non-aligned without any mental modification, just as a lamp which suffers no change by the objects revealed by it. Let me, the non-aligned sage, roll in water or on the ground. I am untouched by their characteristics, just as the ether in the pot is not affected by the attributes of the pot. I am free from the effect of activities and changes, devoid of parts and form. I am without fancies. I am eternal. I am without a support, and I am devoid of duality. I am the form of all beings. I am the all. I am beyond everything, and without a second. I am the one, indivisible knowledge, and I am the compact bliss of the self. Seeing everywhere the self, considering the self as without a second, enjoying the bliss of the self, I remain without reflections. Walking, standing, sitting, lying, or otherwise, the wise sage, delighting in the Atma, shall live as he wishes, fulfilling his duties, and on leaving the world will attain final liberation. Thus ends the Upanishad. Oh, let my limbs and speech, prana, eyes, ears, vitality, and all the senses grow in strength. All existence is the Brahman of the Upanishads. May I never deny Brahman, nor Brahma deny me. Let there be no denial at all. Let there be no denial, at least from me. May the virtues that are proclaimed in the Upanishads be in me. Who am devoted to the Atma, may they reside in me. Oh, let there be peace in me. Oh, let there be peace in my environment. Oh, let there be peace in the forces that act on me. Here ends the Kundikopanishad, included in the Sama Veda.